So many of today's great sounding speakers are physically imposing. They're big. Today we look at an affordable speaker that's so compact it almost fits in the palm of your hand. Hi, I'm Joe with Gramophone. One of our favorite vendors, Totem Acoustic, has introduced the latest in their long line of amazingly small yet high performance speakers. The surprisingly affordable Loon bookshelf speaker is named after the iconic bird commonly found in Canada, where totems are built, and we're loving its combination of sound and aesthetics at just $12.99 per pair. Hey Adam, how are you?
Hey Joe, good to be here.
Good to see you. So what are the drawbacks and benefits of smaller speakers? Well, the benefits of small speakers, number one, of course, they fit on a tabletop or desktop or bookshelf where you can't put a big speaker. But number two, you do tend to almost always get this very open sound quality from a compact bookshelf because you really don't have a whole lot of mass that the sound is reflecting off of, like so.
The drawbacks. Bookshelf speakers are often shy on deep bass content, and sometimes it's really hard to fill a large room with their sound. But the Loon surprised us, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
See, the Loon addressed most of those concerns, and you can add a subwoofer or two with them, and you can hide them in your space.
Now what you get with Totem's Loon is first, an absolutely beautiful cabinet. It's got these lock miter assembly edges on the front and on the back that both look great and they're far stronger than a standard V-groove that most folks would use. Second, the cabinet is ported. Show you that in the back. Loon is easy to drive. Its sensitivity is 87 dB, and Loon is an 8 ohm loudspeaker. So you don't need a huge amplifier to be able to drive it to really good sounding levels. If you've got a great amp, fine, but you don't need something like that. It's got a 5 3/4 inch driver that they've actually cut right to the edge of the cabinet. This has also got a copper-clad voice coil. It's very sophisticated. They cut it to the edge of the cabinet to make it as compact as possible. And it's got this very sweet sounding 1 inch laser-etched soft dome tweeter. It's not harsh sounding at all. Loon is also very forgiving when you listen off axis because we've got the tweeter having this very gently radiused faceplate. So you really don't have to stay directly in one sweet spot. It sounds great in all positions on the couch. You still get a great sounding image. When you're listening to music, you'll get a surprisingly strong and deep bass from such a tiny cabinet. We were amazed. A sophisticated cabinet design is actually part of Totem's secret sauce in terms of being able to get great sound from small cabinets. They veneer both the inside and the outside walls of the cabinet. Means that even decades from now, you're not going to get warping. And they add a material called borosilicate that makes the cabinet stronger. They use variable density fiberboard, so it's more dense at the extremes than it is in the middle. The benefit? The cabinet doesn't ring. It's not adding distortion. Instead, it's working in harmony with the tweeter and the driver.
If you're enjoying this video, please like
and subscribe.
Click that bell icon to be notified of our upcoming content.
So Adam, speaking of music, when we were listening to the Loon, what was your take on it?
Well, we compared the Loon to a $1,500 pair of bookshelf speakers, and that $1,500 pair was slightly bigger than the Loon, and it was about 15% louder at the same volume level. Now, when we listened to Adele's Rolling in the Deep, we noticed that the balance of vocals to the bass and upper end was somewhat different, as the Loon's mid-range was featured somewhat more prominently compared relatively to the bass. But I gotta tell you, Joe, I could easily live with both bookshelf speakers. Now, we also compared the Loon to an $800 pair of bookshelf speakers, and those were actually twice the size of the Loon. But when we listened to Adele, she was less clear, less focus, and less full overall sound and balance of that mix compared to the Loon. Then we tried AC/DC's Back in Black, and the Loon's mid-range, those guitars were just a much more full sound and well-balanced mix compared to the $800 speakers.
So Adam, that pretty much echoes what I heard. There were clearly differences between the three. Actually, I think I could be happy with any of the three, but as the Totem Loon was clearly the most compact of the three, kind of by a long shot, I thought it did really well. Adele sounded very balanced to me. I was really impressed by how the bass line was strong, yet it wasn't overwhelming her voice at any point. When we played the Michael Bublé cut Feelin' Good, both the Loon and the pricier bookshelf sounded good to me with solid bass, really good mid-range. The $1,500 pair had a slightly more open top end, but those were about 50% bigger than the Loon, so I kind of expected that they would do some things just a little bit better. Now, when we compared the Loon to the $800 pair of speakers, Loon had easily more mid-range and high-end clarity, yet the bass was really comparable despite the fact that they were literally half the size of the $800 pair.
Summing up, if you're looking for an affordable, compact, and sonically well-sounding speaker, you owe it to yourself to audition the Totem LOON. To learn more about Totem Acoustic and all of our other great brands, please visit us at Gramophone.com and shop at Sky by Gramophone now, where you always get safe and secure checkout and fast and free shipping straight to your door.
You bet. And if you can, we would love to meet you. Please come to one of our showrooms, Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg, Maryland. If you visit the Timonium store, you gotta check out our awesome Experience Center. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you soon.